Hey guys, I got a pretty unique boat to go over this with you today. This is a 15-foot Marsh series, and it's got on this boat, it's got a elongated hunt deck in the back. So the hunt deck is 36 inches long, and that allows you to drive the motor back here and steer it without the handle hitting the false blind, the removable blind. And this is a removable blind. It comes apart, it bolts and comes off of this boat during the fishing season and bolts back on during the hunting season. Very unique boat. I had one exactly like it myself for a lot of years. This one is only 15 foot long from tip to tip. Mine was 16. It offered a little bit more room on the inside cockpit than this one does, but that's what this gentleman wanted, was 15 tip to tip. The removable blind I like a lot because, number one, he got it hard sided where the wind can't come through, but it also allows you to brush this thing super thick. Anytime you have a pop-up blind that pops up and down, you can't really brush that with the thickness and the realistic, branches of real grass and real limbs that you can when you're just doing it on a blind that is not going to be folded up and down. So you can make this nice and thick and get it completely brushed out to where wherever you move for the day, you are the blind. You don't have to move to a blind, and I really liked that. It made me very mobile. When I had a lot of acreage I was hunting and didn't know what area I was going to be in, I didn't have to go build 7-8 blinds all over the property. I was the blind wherever I went, and I really liked that. This has a removable rail. This actually unbolts and comes off of both sides, again, for the fishing season. And it's hard for me to show you because the blind is on here, but in the off season when he's ready to fish and there is no blind on the boat, bring the camera around here. There's a hatch that opens right here, and that hatch folds all the way down when the blind is not there and lays right there, and then he's able to sit here. He's able to sit here in the back and drive this motor. Of course, he could scoot forward. I can't because the blind is there, but this folds all the way on back on itself and creates an area for him to sit down and not have to stand up here on this hunt deck and drive with no blind to hold on to. So it becomes a fishing boat at that point in time. He can take these two rails off, take this back side and the front side of the blind off, and he's got a trolling motor up in the front and a place to sit down here in the back and drive, and it becomes just a regular fishing boat in the off season. So pretty cool setup. Give me that phone, I'll walk you through the rest of this boat. All right, so standing here on the back deck, he's got a grab bar to hold on to right here. He's got a door that opens back here in the back. You can shut that off and brush that as well. He's got the blind roof that pins right here. This pin comes out and that roof will actually fold flat down, straight down like that. You're going to brush this blind. I've got videos on this you guys can watch where you brush it out this way and you brush it up this way, and the brush meet together in the middle. Well, if you were trying to walk up and down this blind with that brush so tight together, this gap is no longer there anymore from here to there. You've got brush sticking out this way and brush sticking up this way. You can pull that pin right there, and this will drop and fold straight down against the back side of the boat and open this area back up for you to walk back and forth in. Really nice to have. As you open this up and step inside the boat here, he's got storage areas on both sides right there for him to be able to put stuff when it's duck season. Inside there, guns, push poles, mojos, stuff like that. He's got a half box storage box in here that he'll also use during the fishing season to support his grab bar for when he does not have the blind to hold on to. Coming up here to the front deck, he's got an extended deck up there in the front with the gas tank and the batteries forward. And then out on the front deck up here, got a trolling motor bracket that is able to be deployed off the side of the boat there. Nice permanent double light bar, running lights up there. He's also got the decoy collars welded right there on both sides of the boat to put his spud poles in. And his spud poles would stand straight up right here, and he could hang his decoys on that to where he doesn't have the decoys taking up all this room on the inside of the boat that he's got for people to sit and blind bags and things like that. It is an awesome boat. I know because I hunted out of one for 3 years like that, or maybe 4 duck seasons, I don't remember. On the inside of here, he's got T-track that runs on both sides here to put sliding cup holders and shell holders in. Awesome boat, man. I mean, this thing is a duck killing machine, and the way he set it up with the little flip up deal there, and made the blind completely removable, he set it up as a great little fishing boat too, because this thing's going to be wide open and ready to go fishing with no blind in his way for the duck season. You just leave that stuff in the barn and you got a fishing boat. So he's got a 12-month out of the year rig right here, and put a little thought into it. Paid a little more to have the blind removable rather than being permanently welded, but he got a lot more boat out of it for that. So wanted you guys to check it out. It's got a 40 Gator tail on the back. He'll probably wind up upgrading that a little bit to a beefed up motor to push this thing in the wind. I noticed that on mine. It needed a little bit more of a boost in the engine than the stock 40, but he's starting off with a stock 40, and he can always upgrade that if he needs to. So awesome boat, man. I wanted you guys to check it out before it left.